This one just shy of the there on a first down. Cousins throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. Second down. Play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. 2 yards the loss, and now third and third down. On third down, Cousins. And he cannot avoid the pressure as the Washington pass rush gets home. Chase Young coming in to drop him for a loss of 8, and it also brings up fourth. Well, they went with the nickel.
Yeah, it was exactly as you would expect. A passing down, you bring in the nickel package. Just as you described, the coverage was excellent and allowed one of their linemen to end up getting to the quarterback.
Colquitt on to kick as he sends it away. And this returnable for Sims. A good kick that time, but also a pretty good 15-yard return. And it will be Washington football now with a 1st and 10. So out comes the Washington offense as they get their first shot. They'll be led out by the #1 overall selection back in 2005 out of the University of Utah. It's Alex Smith.
And what I enjoyed watching this week when we had a chance to watch them at practice, that he has.
Play clock down to 0, and this is not the way to start a drive.
Offense. Don't walk out here, man.
That's going to set him back 5 yards.
Still first down.
Smith. Here's Moss with a catch out of the backfield. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. That catch good for only a couple. To throw again on second down. Smith. And nearly an interception here on their opening drive. But instead, third down.
Oh, man, that was close. The opportunity to change momentum, big play, right in his hands, unable to come down with it.
A sigh of relief, no doubt, on offense that fell harmlessly to the ground. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's fourth down.
And that's exactly what defenses talk about. You've got to find ways to get off the field when you can, especially on third down. And third down defense going to be vital in this game. Able to knock that one away and force a fourth down.
And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Well, that, my friend, I guess is the definition of a head-scratcher. Fourth and long, this stage of the game. What were they doing?
I just have to believe that he looked at the situation, still in the first half, decided if there's a time to be aggressive, now was it, because there's still time to make up for it if things don't go right. Of course, a lot of questions on this one. And look, I want to go for it as much as anyone.
But fourth and long?
Yeah, I don't think I would have there. That one seemed a little bit on the irrational side.
Fans might be a little angry at that one. And he'll get about 4 there as he takes it from the 10 down to the 6.
If you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
And this time he's not going anywhere. They'll get him down right at the line of scrimmage.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first. In trouble, and he'll go down back at the 12.
Montez Sweat in there to drop him for a 6-yard loss, and that will lead to 4th down.
We always talk about how teams are so competitively matched, and you just want to make those plays that give you an advantage. How about right here? The difference between letting them score a touchdown versus holding them to a field goal, that's absolutely huge with the play he just made.
And you know he hated taking the loss there on 3rd down.
Washington, nothing.
So a good kick there, and they put the bow tie on it with 3 points.
And let's face it, everybody wants a touchdown. We know that. But in the NFL, defenses are awfully good. You're not going to score each and every time. Be able to knock the ball through the post and take the throw.
By the way, and I said bow tie, I meant just bow.
Either way.
Not the tie, but yeah.
Either way.
You got it.
I just went right past it.
1st and 10. At their own 29-yard.
Now Washington going to retake the field for drive number 2. And on that last drive, went for it on 4th, turned it over. A good job by their defense.
And sometimes when you see these calls on 4th down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense. I can afford to go for it here because if we don't get it, I don't think we'll give up more than 3, and that's exactly what happened.
You think that factored in?
I do. I think that he had that in his mind going into the game, that I'm going to be aggressive on offense because I know I've got a defense that can hold up their end.
From the 50, it's Smith.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field, and here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
And this is incomplete.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
Looking long for Thomas. A battle for it, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Anthony Harris. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, I tell you, Brandon, this ball's intercepted, but it is 3rd down. So the silver lining is that since this is so far down the field and there wasn't a big run back associated with it, really this kind of works like a punt. It's not an altogether bad result.
Cousins and the Vikings with a 1st and 10 at their own 15. He'll start by handing it off to Dalvin Cook. And he'll take this up only to about his 18-yard line.
The ball carrier.
The tackle by Cole Holcomb. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Brings up 2nd and 8.
Draw play. Cousins to Cook. And not a whole lot to speak of there as they'll bring him down shy of the 20.
Take him down.
Now 3rd down is looming. A pickup of 2 on 1st down and just 1 yard there. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports.
The end of the 1st quarter with the score Vikings 3, Washington nothing.
Cousins from the gun on 3rd. Got an open man finding Jefferson. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. That gain on 3rd down, good for 28.
1st down.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. So the defense blitzed. A nice job picking that up, completing the pass.
And how in sync was the quarterback in his center on that play? They saw the blitz, made the appropriate calls, got the line engaged because now they know there are going to be extra guys coming at the quarterback, so they got their assignments down pat and kept them away from him, and he's able to step up in the pocket and fire one now for a really good strike.
Now on 2nd and 13, Cousins. And the running lane's non-existent in this 1st half as they'll stop him behind the line. Just a loss of a yard there, but it's not going to help. Now they face a 3rd and 14. The Vikings on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 14. From the gun, here's Cousins. He's going to get this one down to Cook. And they'll get this across the midfield stripe, but still winding up short of the 1st down. A gain of 9, not enough, and it's 4th down.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the 1st down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they rallied and made the tackle.
And a little too much mustard on that one. It hits a couple yards into the end zone. A missed opportunity there maybe to pin them back. Out comes Washington's offense as they get set to take over here. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a 1st down now. Throwing here to start the drive as they connect left side. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
First and 10.
From the gun, here's Smith. Got an open man, it's Harmon. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders, hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or?
Better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
Catch is made, it's Harmon. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38.
For a Washington.
Throwing again is Smith. The throw taken in by Sims. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A well-executed 22-yard gain. To the air again, Smith. Open man here, Sims complete. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. 3 yards the gain there, second down.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's third down. Second quarter, 2 minutes remain. 3-0 our score. We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll take you to Orlando and Jonathan Coachman. Coach will have highlights and analysis of this first half, one that's featured. Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. As his guys will get the football back. Second straight drive now here, Charles, that have ended with an interception.
And I just wonder, because I don't think it's going to rattle him necessarily. I also wonder if it's going to unnerve him a little bit. Does it lead to another one? Or does he find a way to pull it together and become sharp again?
And he's able to get this one all the way past the 30. 23 yards, the final tally. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. Johnson, the intended target, and it's second down.
Johnson, incomplete.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. Complete. Jefferson, the target. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a third down.
And it's third down.
Open man is Thielen. It's complete. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. To the air again, it's Cousins. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. Dalvin Cook is running back, the intended target. That'll bring up second down.
To 2nd and 10.
Again, it's Cousins. And the Washington pressure gets to him, and he will go down. Now the Vikings will use the second of their timeouts as the clock stops here with 46 seconds remaining in the first half. Cousins with work to do after the sack as he brings his guys up on a 3rd and long. And he's going to go down again. Jonathan Allen, the former first-round pick, getting in there to bring him down.
Well, this is what happens when you get behind the chains, as people like to say. When you have obvious passing situations, hard to vary it up and fool a defense.
And you hate those situations if you're an O-lineman, right?
Oh, without a doubt, because you just know they're coming, and you never know exactly how. They can be exotic in their blitzes, or their athletic ability just takes over.
Washington takes over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And the interception thrown in the red zone last time. We'll see if they can rebound.
I just have to think the last thing he said as they went back out there was, don't do that again. What do you think?
What do you think?
Yeah, I think that. I think that not only did he say that, but he also told him, let's put it in the end zone that it's supposed to be in, all right? The end zone we're trying to score. I know we're being a little bit facetious here, but the bottom line is take care of the football, and everything else should flow from there.
Quick lesson, never ask the play-by-play guy.
Dan Bailey to kick
These
off.
offenses seemingly still back at the hotel for the first half. 3-0 our score as the second half gets underway. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line.
On the return, Washington will take over 1st and 10 at their own 27.
Now we get another look at Washington on offense. And maybe time for this offense to really hit the reset button. They were shut out in the first half, but still, they're right in this game.
They certainly are. What I like about it is that you actually continue to play. You know, you just find a way to make a few plays yourself, and you noted it. Right there on the border in this game, they're not that far off. Just got to find a play or two, and they couldn't be very happy at that point.
And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off by the linebacker, Eric Kendricks. And they will finally get him, but not until he's all the way down inside the 15-yard line. The first half did not go their way, and that's not going to help matters at all. An interception here on the opening drive of the third quarter.
Obviously not what they were striving to accomplish. But you know who's really upset on their team? The defense. Already trailing. They're going to be counted on to try and hold that score at least where it is.
That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
This will be caught just inside the 10. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9.
A gain of
The reception good for 7. It's third down. From the shotgun, it's Cousins. He'll be hit and taken down at the 21. Chase Young able to get in there for his second sack of the afternoon.
That's his second sack of the game, and the best defensive ends, they do their homework as much as offensive guys do. They know how to beat the offensive lineman across from them, what moves they need to do to set them up. This guy's been pretty good at it all game long.
makes the score Vikings 6.
They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces them to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. This is what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
At their own 28-yard line.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And with the way this offense has played thus far, to be frank, they got to feel pretty grateful to be in the ball game.
I would agree with you totally because they've done all of it.
And this will be caught at the 30. And he is finally out of bounds, but not before taking it down inside the 30.
That's a great job of working the sideline right there. I love how he tracked the football the whole way. Just reached up and pulled it in. Had excellent field presence to understand where he was in order to make that play happen.
Going for it all. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. Was trying to get it to Terry McLaurin. And now it's second down.
Down and 10.
Throwing again. Smith. That's going to be caught. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. It's a first down. And at this stage, down in the second half, looks like they just wanted to find a way to get it in the hands of their playmaker, and they did.
I think you're exactly right. I don't think the coordinator's looking at his play sheet and trying to figure out which play will work well. He's trying to figure out how to get the ball to the playmaker that you just described. Looking down at that sheet.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Washington. Terry McLaurin there to make the grab. And Washington has tied the ball game with the extra point still to come. On those slants, everything happens so quickly. What makes it work?
The timing between the passer and the receiver. In this case, a slant route ordinarily is probably about 3 steps before you go on the slant. In this amount of time, I think it was a 2-step deal. Boom, put his...
Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it.
The conversion is no good on the fake extra point.
Let me go ahead and show my age a little bit. I like liked it when they would fake it from the 3-yard line, right? When they'd line up, go ahead, and oh, there's a fake, and now he's going to get 2. That's great. But from the 15, the risk-reward, it's just not there.
So risky to get 15 yards on a fake. Well, you see the result right there.
Yeah, I know these young whippersnappers are trying to do different things in this game, but let's go back to old reliable. Kick the ball through the post.
Get off my lawn.
That's darn right.
Cousins gives way to Cook, and he will be brought down at about the 43 that time. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
On the tackle. 2 yards on the pickup. It's second and 8 at the 43-yard line.
Now Cousins. And he cannot avoid the pressure as the Washington pass rush gets home. Jonathan Allen picks up his second sack of the afternoon.
We are seeing 2 really confident defenses imposing their will on these offenses in this game.
Yeah, absolutely, going toe for toe. Just curious if one of these offenses can wake up a little bit.
Is there any way they can find something that can pop, something big to knock them back on their heels?
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts, this time on 3rd down.
And he can't field it cleanly. It's loose. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, or that could have been trouble.
Washington will take over.
I know there's no magnet in the ball, but sometimes for the punt returner, after such a scramble, it sort of feels that way, doesn't it? He has it, he loses it, somehow the ball finds its way back to him.
Atone for his sin, and you know he's taking a deep sigh of relief right now. He's got a first down past the 30. That's complete to his receiver, McLaurin. 16 yards right off the bat and a first down.
Oh, that was a pretty route right there because it's all about finding a window on a route like that. He lined up on his left, ran the deep in route over the middle, and the ball was right where it needed to be. Really good trust between quarterback and receiver. Really good completion.
And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
A gain of 9.
Final minute now of the 3rd quarter.
At the 40-yard line.
Off of play action, here's Smith. Slings this deep for McLaurin. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked by Jeff Gladney.
By the Vikings.
I tell you, Brandon, it seems like this guy's been all over the field so far. That's his 2nd interception of the game. And so much of playing defense in the NFL, especially when it comes to defending the pass, is all about positioning and technique. And this is fantastic work on both fronts there.
The Viking ball.
Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
31. A gain of 2. Brings up 2nd and 8.
To throw, Cousins. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. It's a pickup of 17 and a first down.
It's a gain of 17 yards.
We have played 3 quarters. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now at FedEx Field. All even as we get ready to start the 4th. First down, here's the run with Cook. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
It's a loss of a yard.
He has just been completely taken out of this game. We're in the 4th quarter. He's single digits in the rushing department.
And I know we look at him because the numbers do go to his production. But how about the guys blocking for him? They don't just have his number as a ball carrier. They've got the number of the offensive line and the other guys because they're getting to him before he can get started.
The Vikings on 3rd down. They've struggled to the tune of 2 for 8 so far. This will be 3rd and 5. Cousins to throw it. Johnson with a completion over the middle. And he will have a Vikings first down as he's able to get 8 yards there on 3rd and 5. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down. Back to the ground, Cook. And he'll get 4 here down to the 35-yard line.
At the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back to huddle and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
Complete to Adam Thielen.
And partner, in a tie game in the fourth quarter, you and I both know in the NFL, that's when you lean on your stars, and he came through with a nice catch right there.
From the red zone now, Cousins. Over the middle, complete. It's Johnson. And the Vikings are going to have a first and goal as he'll be taken down at the 7-yard line. 12 more yards there and another first down. Now Cousins. He gets this one into the hands of Dalvin Cook. And he showed some fancy footwork on the juke, but then quickly taken down. That'll bring up second and goal after the gain of 5.
At the 2-yard line.
Cousins again. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Chad Beebe there to make the grab. And the Vikings have taken the lead. There was no going through the progressions on that touchdown pass.
Yeah, nor was it necessary. His receiver won that route early, presented himself. No reason to wait. Go ahead and put it on him and score a touchdown.
Bailey got the extra point, and they will take a 7-point lead. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown.
The kickoff for Minnesota.
Danny Johnson returning. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30, up to the 33.
Washington takes over first and 10.
Now Washington down on the scoreboard. 2:21 the time left. Plenty of time here. They've got 3 timeouts and the 2-minute warning as they've got it first and 10. A nice looking play to start the drive down the middle and complete. It's a gain of 22 as we tick towards the 2-minute warning.
First and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So it's Washington with the football here as we welcome you back. They come up on a first and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive. Instead, second down.
It's now second and 10.
Now it's Smith. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down. So now third and 10. They had the big play to start the drive, but 2 incompletions since. And he comes back with 1 complete. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. Give him 8 on the play, and that'll bring up fourth down. Down 7, and they've got to go for it here on fourth down. Here we go on fourth. Smith. And, oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by Harrison Smith.
They'll take over.
Here's Kirk Cousins now, the centerpiece of our player spotlight. He's been pretty good when he's had time. The issue is, as we see here, a lot of times he hasn't had the time.
And a lot of that in getting past it is attitude.
I'm starting to wonder, Charles, if 5 interceptions, is that the last that we've seen of him?
Well, I think that a lot of people hope that's the last they've seen of him in this game, probably including himself. If this were baseball, the manager would have been at the mound already and asked for the ball, and he'd be in there getting a shower. But in football, you might have to go stand on the sideline and watch the rest of it and see if your backup can do any better.
They run it again with Cook. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now third down coming up.
And it's third down.
Here's Cousins. That's to Cook out of the backfield. And they will touch him down, but not before he gets the first.
To Dalvin Cook.
It's an 8-yard pickup, and it'll result in a fresh set of downs.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon, and it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. At that time, they pick up a first down. So now on defense, You assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going.
So the final seconds have ticked away in this Minnesota victory, and they were spurred on by a strong performance in that fourth quarter as they held their opponents off the scoreboard.
Everyone wants to pitch a shutout for the entire game, but when you throw one in the fourth quarter, that tells everyone that you're getting stronger and dominance is starting to take over, right? The way that you close, the way that you finish, that gets preached to you from the time you're playing Little League football all the way up through. And they closed them out with a big-time performance down the stretch.
So that'll do it. For my partner, Charles Davis, and the best darn crew in the industry, I'm Brandon Gaudin. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. With that, we sign off from Landover.
Another L. Designer on me, this they new Chanel. Did that splash, did that drill. Yeah, champion, yeah, we here. Yeah, this the winning teams. 6 rings with a pinky ring. Everybody used to pick at me, now I'm the one that they picking. Snakes out, they hit scene, but I can't hear it when the crowd screams. Still balling like an offspring. This for all the ones that doubted me. Gotta lose once to be a true winner. Only want the hunters with the blues in it. Eating blood across it where the blood dinner. Juice stay turned like, you know. I've been through that water like Olympic swimmers. Only bread and butter, what we ate for dinner. So I had to dream it till the dream is bigger. Only want the gold, we don't need the silver. Gotta be number 1, number 2 never count. Used to have bubble guts competition, now point them out. Making my babies proud, wanna cop my mama a house. Coming straight out the south, gotta know juice to end the drought. Yeah, I buy like 23. Won't fall again and I put that on me. Yeah, I feel the way, my heart all on my sleeve. Yeah, that's why I had to put my wrist on freeze. Come for the win, can't take another L. Designer on me.
Today, from FedEx Field in Landover, Maryland, this is Madden NFL 21.
We are technically 5 miles east of Washington, D.C., and that's where you find this place, FedEx Field in Landover, Maryland. Straight ahead, we've got a good one on tap here between the Los Angeles Chargers and the Washington football team. And they're going to mark that where it went out of bounds, so really good starting field position up past the 40-yard line.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus,
give this one to Eckler. And 3 yards there, takes him to the 45.
Austin Eckler, the ball.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator. This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there, keeps the sticks moving.
Yeah, we dominate today.
Running on first down, Eckler. And he fumbled it. It's on the ground. But a Chargers player was able to fall on it, and they'll keep possession.
Recovers.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get them home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. Justin Herbert looking to throw on second down. Hunter Henry brings it in. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 9-yard line. 25-yard line. Good job there to locate his tight end, Charles, in the middle of the field.
Yeah, he has good pass-catching abilities, and if they're able to continue to find him here in the early going, I think it'll help out his teammates out on the perimeter. You can take the big shots later if he occupies their attention.
They'll run out of the gun with Eckler. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front. Because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
They'll get him to the ground at the 20 following a pickup of 4.
A gain of 4.
An extra man here in the secondary for Washington on third down. A shotgun snap for Herbert. And he's got a man open. First down. They needed 5 there on third down. He winds up getting 7. How about the start throwing the football? 4 for 4 on this opening drive.
Oh, he's slinging it. And oftentimes when you talk about slinging it, you're thinking about a guy throwing it all over the yard, not necessarily accurately. In this case, though, he's honing in on his targets, and he's delivering.
Yeah, the opening script, however, they drew it up for this first drive, going to plan so far. Down to the 6-yard line on a pickup of 6 as he gets halfway to the goal line. It's a 6-yard pickup, but it gets him to 2nd and 4.
All right, Brad, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
Here's Herbert now on 2nd down. Buying time to his left. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. Herbert able to show his wheels as he gets the first. But Charles, in the past, a lot of people called this offense one-dimensional.
I think you did.
Well,
I think it was you.
I'll be honest, I did. I think the fan base is hoping with this young rookie that they can put some wrinkles in this offense like we just saw.
I think you're exactly right, because we did have that discussion that what we've seen in the past from them, they needed to...
And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Chargers. Taking it in from a yard out. And the Chargers have taken a first-quarter lead.
Michael Batchley lining up for...
Right off the bat, they start with a very solid, methodical 10-play drive.
And you know me, I tend to look at things from the defensive side. They're coming off the field gassed right away. We're in the first drive of the game. So it's not just what happened, but think of the emotion you carry into a game. Then double it with getting a 10-play drive put on you and points scored. They're pretty tired right now.
Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post, because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
So out comes the Washington offense onto the field. They'll be led out by a man who's taken a long and courageous road back to the NFL, their veteran quarterback, Alex Smith.
And what's a quarterback's best friend?
Balance?
I think you're right. I agree with you. You know, a lot of guys would say great receiver, right? A terrific offensive line. But I agree with you, balance, because if you can run the ball effectively, that just opens things up for guys who want to throw it and gives you easier passing lanes and easier coverages to read.
And they said balance will be a focus in this one.
Yeah, they don't want it all just heaped on his shoulders, I don't believe. I think they want to make sure they take some of the pressure off.
He was trying to hit Thomas that time, but it'll be second down.
Incomplete. It's now 2nd and 10 at the 25-yard line.
To throw again, Smith. Looking again for Thomas, this time complete. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. Smith going to throw on 3rd and 1. Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. It's Chris Harris with a pick. And he is going to bring this back inside the 20 to the 18-yard line. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. The opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Gets it into the hands of Allen on the jet sweep. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Going to throw on 3rd down with Herbert. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down.
Once you get into the red zone, space is at a premium for receivers to try and operate and shake themselves free. That one's incomplete.
So on 4th down, on comes the Charger kicker, Michael Badgley. It'll be from the right hash, and it'll be a 36-yarder. Badgley's kick is good. And the lead moves to 10-zip.
Makes the score Chargers 10, Washington nothing.
The bottom line, tremendous starting field position, really squandered there as they wind up going backwards and then come up with just 3.
Well, getting the 3 turned out to be important. I can imagine the head coach when he ordered the field goal. Please salvage something out of this drive. That was not fun to watch.
And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24.
Washington takes over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
Alex Smith and the offense heading out for their next possession. And he comes out on the heels of an interception he threw last time they had the ball.
Yeah, and you know, the quarterbacks that I know that are the best ones, the ones that really know how to lead their team, they tell them, that's on me. That's my bad. But let's go back out there and move ahead again, guys. We can get this done.
One good thing for them, they did only lead to 3 points and not a touchdown after that turnover.
Big thanks to the defense.
Now left side, a completion to his tight end, and he'll be brought down right around the 37.
Let's go.
That one, a 1st down pickup of 8.
1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Now Smith. That's complete to Moss out of the backfield. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
2nd and 6.
Throwing again is Smith. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Credit the sack to Joey Bosa. Boy, he came in off the edge so quickly there.
Look out, because that's exactly what it was being shouted by the offensive lineman to his quarterback, because he had no chance to block him.
Under pressure again, and down he goes again.
Sack.
Well, you don't usually get a sack from a nose tackle spot, but we got one there.
No, we don't, and a lot of the times...
And look at this, it's a fake. And this is incomplete. A huge gamble, and it does not pay off. They fake the punt. It doesn't work out, and the Chargers will get the football back in excellent field position. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Here's Herbert. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. It'll go as a gain of 11 and a Charger first.
11 on the play. And the Chargers 1st down.
Out of the gun, Eckler running it. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up second and 11.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. From the shotgun, here's Herbert. Nowhere to turn this time, and he goes down. Sacked back at the 29. Montez Sweat with a big-time sack on third down. It's a loss of 7. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. 10-0 our score. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes' time, we'll hand you off to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman will have highlights and analysis of this first half of action. And this one is right down the middle. And that'll push the lead up to 13-0. So as it turns out, that sack doesn't wind up costing them, Charles. They at least get points, get 3 of them.
Yeah, that's where your kicker can really come to your rescue, because you know after the sack there was a little consternation there. Are we out of field goal range? Are we going to be able to get 3? In this case, he stepped right up and gave them exactly what they needed.
Washington will take over 1st and 10 at their own 31-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. They find themselves down 13-0 here as they try to get things started offensively. 1st and 10, and nearly picked off. Surprising to see a defender of his caliber let it get away, but it does get away, and it's 2nd down. Throwing again, Smith. That's complete to his tight end, Sprinkle. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming. This defense tightening up a bit. That last catch, just 1 yard, making it 3rd and 9. And this is going to be caught, but they'll say out of bounds. So it's incomplete. Problems on 3rd down so far in this first half. Relatively small sample size, but they're now 0 for 3.
And the average in the league, somewhere around 4.
And look at this, another fake, but he will not make the first down marker. That'll be a turnover on downs.
The Chargers take over.
There are times to run that fake, and there are times to not run it, and this, without question, would fall in the latter category.
Well, I don't know about without question, partner. I think we should look at the analytics.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Landon Collins. And his guys are going to take over at the 21-yard line. And they'll come out with a 3 tight end look on the first play of the drive. Alex Smith and company heading back out there now. He's got to dig deep here, doesn't he? Team's losing. He's not playing well either.
And they always tell you, don't press. You'll make things a little bit worse. But in this particular situation, you try and heighten your play a little bit. So far, he's throwing 1 interception. He wants to balance that off with at least 1 touchdown pass in order to get his team back moving forward.
The intended receiver was Thaddeus Moss, and it's 3rd and short.
Brings up 3rd down and
throwing is Smith. Taken in by Sprinkle, a little pitch and catch. Good defense holds him to only a yard, and it'll be 4th down.
A short game that doesn't get him the first down brings up a...
Now they're going to try this again. It's another fake. And this is incomplete. A huge gamble, and it does not pay off. They fake the punt. It doesn't work out, and the Chargers will get the football back in excellent field position. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches. Out of the gun, Herbert. This will be caught at about the 5. Now the Chargers will use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half. And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. Operating from the gun, Herbert. And he's going to go down. Sacked back at the 13-yard line. Chase Young It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop it. Chargers going to use their third and final timeout as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. 3rd and goal and still a long way from the end zone. Now it's Herbert. And that will be caught, but out of the end zone, says the field judge. It's ruled incomplete. Strong coverage by Washington, and now 4th down.
A 30-yard attempt.
Badgley able to knock this one through, and that's going to make this a 16-0 ball game.
16. Washington, nothing.
So a capper there to a pretty good first half.
And I love the way that they put a chokehold on the clock and pretty much drained everything before they put the field goal on the board as they headed into the half.
So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman in our... And okay, so much for our halftime break. Apparently we're going to get right back to it.
Time long, set to kick off.
Washington down on the scoreboard, but they are getting the football first here, and we are back underway on EA Sports. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
Washington takes over 1st and 10 at their own 26.
A look at Washington as they come onto the field. They come out here with a 0 on the scoreboard. What was said in that locker room? That's what I want to know.
I would love to have been in there because we often have the feeling that there's a lot of shouting, screaming, people upset. But typically, halftime locker rooms are a lot more clinical than that. And in this case, are they upset that the plays weren't working because of execution? Or did they think they were just bad plays to call? Yeah. We'll find out pretty quickly here if they feel like they had something going, but they just need to do it a little bit better or not.
We'll find out. A first down there on a pickup of 25. They've been struggling in the passing game. Do you like the aggressiveness there? I mean, it worked on that play, but do you like it?
I do, because a lot of the time you're struggling because your passing lanes are clogged. That usually happens when you're throwing the ball underneath. People start to press up on you. Push them deep. Find some space and open things up again. Being aggressive there, I think, will pay off for them.
Slings this deep from McLaurin. This is caught. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Washington. Terry McLaurin, 49 yards. And Washington able to close the gap just a bit. That's the score you felt they had to have here in the 3rd quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there's an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard, you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
Tough there. Good pass. Hit the hands. He just couldn't bring it in.
And every receiver's coach everywhere. Seeing that play, focus, focus, focus. Watch it all the way in and tuck it away.
And out a little across the 25 to the 27.
At their own 27-yard line.
Now a look at the Chargers offense. They get ready for their first possession of the second half. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it. Forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize. Like going to the county fair, you don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10. And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it. On 2nd down, Eckler. And he'll take this one up close to about the 45. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
A 3-yard pickup. And it's 3rd down.
On 3rd down, Herbert is going to float this one deep. That's caught inside the 20. And all the way in for a Charger touchdown. A big play there. 55 yards. And the Chargers are going to add on to their lead.
The extra point.
And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You've got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go. Uh-oh, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
Johnson now returning. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
On the return, Washington will take over 1st and 10 at their own 29.
Time again to see Terry McLaurin in the Washington offense. Pretty good game for him so far. I guess he's still got time here to make this a great game, but so far he's been solid.
I like where you're going with that because it has been pretty good. But there's always that hint that things can really escalate for him. And right now, they feel like they're somewhat keeping him in check, but he has found the end zone once. But, boy, he can explode at any moment.
Yeah, when you hit that end zone once, you want to find it again, don't you?
Yes, you do.
Makes you hungrier.
You get greedy in a good way.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he'll be brought down at the 34, well short of the 1st down marker.
He wasn't the primary target, but I think it was almost like a check down situation, wasn't it?
Yeah, hoping he can break some tackles, a big tight end, but he couldn't do it.
Yeah, get it to that big frame and hope he can scatter some bodies.
And look at this, another fake. But he will not make the 1st down marker. That'll be a turnover on downs.
1st and 10.
I know, without even asking, without even looking in your direction, that you are not a fan of that call.
Oh, I wish you had looked, Brandon, because I was actually thinking this would be the perfect time for a fake.
Right.
Yeah, you're right. This doesn't make any sense to me at all. This deep in your own territory. Look, I'm all for being unconventional. That part's cool, and I get it. But this deep, I just don't think it's the right time to make that call.
At the 32-yard line.
On 2nd down, here's Herbert. He'll get this to Eckler. And he maybe makes it back to the line of scrimmage. That's it. No gain on the play, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. From the gun, Herbert. Big loss here as he's taken down. That's Thomas Davis on the sack. Came in the league way back in 2005.
You know, on these types of plays, we're always looking to assess blame. Okay, where did it break down? Sometimes it's just a great play.
And he gets it away. A directional kick going toward the sideline. No returning this one. It sails out of bounds, and they'll spot it right at the 20. Alex Smith and the offense heading out for their next possession. And those numbers, they kind of tell the story of his game so far. Started off not so hot. Now he's really heated up.
And remember, he signed up for duty as the guy who leads the team, right? The field general, the signal caller. So when things go rocky early, he can't just exit out and ask someone else to pick things up. He's got to do it himself, and that's what he's done here in this game.
Smith on 1st down. Looking middle, and that's complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It's a 1st down for Washington on a pickup of 11. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. Here's Smith. Looking for McLaurin, and he's got him. And he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown. Terry McLaurin with now his 2nd touchdown of this 3rd quarter. And Washington able to cut into that deficit. He has his 2 scores, but still. Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. And he'll be out of bounds well short of the goal line, so the attempt at the fake extra point unsuccessful.
Okay, they went for the fake off of the extra point attempt. It's a long way to go, and they didn't get there. Didn't get it completed successfully. Did someone dare them to do that? Did someone double dog dare him to do that?
I was going to ask you, maybe they saw something on film. Did you see something on film to try something from the 15 on a PAT? I don't know.
The only thing they needed to see on film there was a snap, a hole, and someone kicking the ball through the post.
The Charger drive about to get going. The third quarter has not been kind to them. After they built that lead at intermission, they've seen that lead shrink.
And how much of that is simply execution? How much of that is maybe you lose your edge a little bit because you've got a lead? And you do have to credit the other team some because they've made some adjustments to start to slow them down. Can they find those counters now, those extra plays or plays they haven't run that'll be effective and get them back moving again?
They'll be looking for something here, anything to seize that momentum back. Back now at FedEx Field, it's Charger football, and they've got the lead as well as we begin the fourth quarter. To throw on second down, Herbert. That one complete to Joe Reed. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A first down there on a pickup of 25.
Well, that should be a reminder defensively, and I think it's a reminder to myself because you just can't sell out to stop the run. There's still enough time that this offense can move the football through the air, even on first and second downs, and they obviously picked the right spot to throw the ball there.
Taken down at the 50.
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
Brings up 2nd and 8.
From the 50, here's Herbert. Allen's got it over the middle.
Herbert's pass.
They'll give him 8 on the play, and that'll bring up what looks to be a 3rd and inches. Can't be more than a half a foot. Back to throw here, Herbert. And that is incomplete. Shaking his head after that when they had the play call they wanted.
I'm shaking my head as well. Tight end in this spot, that's a primary chance for him to catch the ball and make a big play, and he didn't get it done.
Here's Kelly on 4th down. And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. They only needed a few inches, and they didn't get much more than that, but by about the width of a shoelace, they convert on 4th down. Gets it into the hands of Allen on the jet sweep. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39.
Brought down at the 39-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
Looking to throw on second down. Herbert. Over the middle, and it's incomplete. And that one going to be off target and incomplete.
Kendall Fuller there on the coverage.
The Chargers on 3rd down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. This is 3rd and 8. And the throw there going to be incomplete. And this is too far behind his man. He missed him. It's incomplete.
On the coverage.
So coming on now is the field goal unit. They're going to try for 3, and he'll need all the leg he's got. And I don't think this has the carry. It does not. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is. 23. Charles, all things considered, I guess that's not a critical miss at this stage, is it?
No, but still everything helps when you're trying to finish off a ball game. And you're right, not critical in terms of the scoreboard and the team. But the guy with the golden foot, he knows he's only as good as his last kick.
This one complete to Kelvin Harmon. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. First down yardage on the first play of the drive, 14 yards.
10 at the 40-yard line.
From the gun, here's Smith. That's complete to his receiver, McLaurin. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. So that one a disaster, a big loss there with second down coming up.
2nd and 18 at the Chargers' 48-yard line.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Smith. He'll air it out deep for Thomas. And this is taken in at the 5. Touchdown, Washington. Touchdown. Logan Thomas, 48 yards. And Washington has made this a one-score game.
No, we're not cheering. No, we're not rooting. But I am excited about this, and I know you are too. We got a ball game again after that big-time strike.
Big-time strike, and you are right. Don't go anywhere yet. This thing's not done. Well, I guess the coach looked at the two-point cheat sheet and said, go for it, get it to a three-point game, and they did it.
Yeah, and sometimes you just throw out time of game. You don't worry about that. There's just a feel sometimes in making that call, and he felt good about what he had for a two-point conversion, and now they're only down 3 and feeling great about themselves.
Fields this way up at the 17. And they will wrangle it down a couple yards shy of the 30.
First and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
L.A. set to take over again on offense. After the touchdown we just saw, we have a brand-new ball game. And now look at the situation. You got plenty of time on the clock. Defensively, they have 3 timeouts. So do you run the football here or do you throw it?
I think you have that full conversation with your offensive unit, and you tell them, here's the situation. They've got all their timeouts, so we are not going to play this conservatively. We've got to attack them. We've got to make them use those, gain the ground that we need in order to put this game away. If you think we're just going to run it 3 times and punt it, you got another thing coming.
Yeah, and by the way, also the 2-minute warning in play, so essentially 4 timeouts left.
They have to be aggressive here.
Once more, here's Eckler, and he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
On first down, Kellen. And now the ball's out. Fumble near midfield. And it's Washington that scoops it up. And his guys are going to get the football at their own 47-yard line. Always costly to cough up that football. These defenders, they become so adept, though, at jarring it free.
Yeah, it's amazing that there aren't more fumbles caused because now, if you're an offensive player, you go through ball security drills every single day. It's really not out of line to think you should take the ball to bed with you and just hold on to it. But the bottom line is, no matter how much you try to protect it, these guys are pretty good at finding ways to knock it out.
And he can't hang on to it. That would have sealed it. Instead, second down. Now Smith. Taken in by Sprinkle, a little pitch and catch. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
Makes it 3rd and 8.
And they're left looking at 3rd and 8 after the second down pass play only went for 2. And that is incomplete. The way he's thrown the football today, almost a surprise when he doesn't complete a pass like happened there, but he needs a few more to get his guys downfield.
Well, the way he's thrown it leads him to believe that he's going to get those completions. And that means the guys going out for passes, they'll run even harder because they expect it as well.
They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Chargers will get the football back in excellent field position. And that makes them now 0 for 3 on 4th down attempts.
A lot of people would say they're showing a lot of guts going for it this many times on 4th down. I think they'd have to start thinking with their head a little bit more than with their gut and their emotions because it's not working for them. They've got to figure out what's been going wrong.
Now Eckler. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
So this one's over. It's in the win column for the L.A. Chargers. And I tell you, this was